A horrific, infamous crime happened in Hong Kong, which shocked the entire nation, and once again it made one question whether they can really trust their own child. This elderly couple was lured into an apartment by their own son, after which they will never make it back out alive again. The family of four, to include 65-year-old Glory Chau Wing-ki and 62-year-old Moon Siu Yuet-yee, along with their two sons, resides in Hong Kong. On the outside, they were a very happy and normal family, but as with any family, problems can and will occur. And there were no exception with this family too, apart from the fact that their youngest son, 28-year-old Henry Chau, turned to a very sinister and dark way to essentially solve the problem, which was to get rid of both of his parents. The build-up of anger and hatred soon led to the disappearance of Glory and Moon. Glory and Moon's elderly son first noticed his parents disappeared on the 2nd of March 2013, and so he went to Henry to ask if he knows where their parents were. Henry too said he doesn't know, so they decided to contact the police to report their disappearance. Henry stated that before their disappearance, his parents had informed him that they were planning to travel to mainland China. So on the 12th of March 2013, 5 days after filing a missing persons report, the police told Henry and his brother that there were no departure records of their parents leaving Hong Kong. After hearing this, Henry's brother was feeling very disturbed, so decided to approach a newspaper publisher called Apple Daily, claiming that they have not heard from their parents since the 2nd of March. To raise awareness, Henry's brother created a Facebook page titled My Missing Dad and Mum and asked their friends and the public for information which may lead to their whereabouts. The lack of news on their whereabouts were very concerning. Just to give you some background information on the retired couple is that they enjoy to spend their time doing various activities. Glory enjoys to watch TV, whereas Moon likes to go hiking. According to their family and friends, they were living a very happy life. So the chances of them committing suicide was extremely low. Could it be that they got lost whilst hiking in the mountains, or that they were attacked? After Henry did the interview with Apple Daily, people in Hong Kong were closely following the case. Not only did people discuss the case on Facebook, but it was also heavily discussed in a forum on HK Golden. Some people analysed Henry's interview and suspected that he was lying as he looked very uncomfortable, avoided direct eye contact and gave off a very strange vibe. The police, on the other hand, was working hard to find the missing elderly couple. Through further investigation, they found on the 1st of March the couple left their home and never returned. Henry said to the police that he had lunch with his parents at a restaurant on the 2nd of March. However, when the police checked the restaurant's CCTV, there were no evidence to suggest that they have been there. Therefore, Henry was lying. But why did he not tell the truth? The police then started to suspect it was Henry. So on the 14th of March 2013, he was invited to the police station for further questioning. To their surprise, during the police interview, he texted his friends in a WhatsApp group titled HK Tekken and confessed to the crime, even describing it in detail with reasons for why he did it. But why did Henry commit such heinous crimes towards his own parents? Henry said he lost a lot of money in the stock market and wanted his parents to help him out, but they refused. This really angered him and he wanted to take his own life because he thought he'll never be able to pay off the debt. So in September 2012, Henry told his best friend Tse Chun-kei about his plans to end his life. After hearing this, his friend came up with an alternative idea and told Henry that instead of ending his own life, he should end his parents' life and inherit their money to pay off the debt. After some convincing, Henry thought this was a good idea and the plan soon escalated and this was put into action. On the 15th of March 2013, a day after the interview, Henry and his friend, Tse Chun-kei, were arrested for killing and dismembering Glory and Moon in a flat located in the Long Beach. Henry and Tse Chun-kei coordinated the attack on the couple. Henry first lured them into Tse's flat, saying it was his new flat that he'll be renting. As soon as the elderly couple sat down, Tse covered Moon's mouth from behind while he slashed her throat. On the other hand, Henry used a sharp knife to stab his father in the back of his neck before he left the house, leaving Tse Chun-kei to dismember the bodies. After Tse Chun-kei dismembered the body parts, he salted them and kept it in a refrigerator to preserve them for longer in the hope of demoisturizing them. Tse initially attempted to disguise the remains as bricks by covering them with cement and sand. Then he came up with an idea to cook the remains of the body and disguise them as barbecued pork. The heads of these two victims were also found inside the refrigerator on top of a stand to allow blood to leak down. Horrifically, the police also found lunchboxes to contain microwaved human flesh and 3 bags of chopped limbs and other body parts. Some of these remains were also thrown into the sea. It was reported 4 days after the incident, Henry then returned to the crime scene, in which he found Tse has already dealt with the victim's body. When Henry was asked why he killed his parents, he said that his father was, quote, an arrogant man who did not contribute to the family. If they died, I could be reborn. Henry didn't take any responsibility for his failure in life, but in fact blamed it on his parents. He gave excuses such as his father distracted his studies by watching TV at a high volume, and his mother forced him to practice the piano and humiliated him in front of a girl, which led to him having low self-esteem. When he was younger, Henry started a YouTube channel in the hope to connect with more people around the world. In his video, he explains how to draw the perfect circle, asking people to email him if they have any problems. But as we now know, he's in prison, so you probably won't be getting a response. Take a look at his introductory video, which lasts for about 2 minutes.
Hello, this is Henry from Hong Kong, and this is my very first video, an introduction video I come up with to YouTube. Originally, I didn't want an introduction video. I want to make a video trying to tell people how to come up with a perfect circle on a piece of A4 paper easily. All you have to do is just 10 or 15 minutes of training on your hand, and you can do it without compasses. This was what I draw today. Take a look. It's true. I didn't use any compasses to do it. Just use my hand and a pen. That's it. Okay. What I want to say, yeah. Another reason I want to upload video to YouTube is that I want to meet new friends. Now, up to this point, you may realize that my English is really weird. That's because I haven't spoken English for like more than 2 years already, so need some time to brush it up. So I do leave my MSN contact here in case somebody want to talk to me about the circle stuff, or if you just want to tell me to speed up making the second video, okay, you can talk to me. Here's the MSN contact. And some of my friends advised me that, hey Henry, your English sucks. Just have it in Cantonese. I mean, my mother language. Well, I just don't want it. This is heavily against my interest. I want to talk to people all over the world. I mean, not only the local people, but you know, YouTube is a global environment. I just want to use English, so sorry I didn't take your advice. Yeah, so hope everyone welcome me to YouTube. Cheers.
His trial began in February of 2015. Henry was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and obsessive-compulsive disorder by psychiatrist Chun-kei. The psychiatrist stated that Henry had experienced many suicidal thoughts since dropping out of college. To make matters worse, he was rejected by women and was unemployed, which may be a psychological trigger for committing the crime. Furthermore, an IQ test was conducted for both Henry and Tse. They found Henry's IQ was higher than average at 126, while Tse's IQ was 84. There was some speculation surrounding that Henry may have manipulated and framed Tse for the crime. On the 20th of March 2015, Henry was found guilty of the murder of Glory and Moon and was sentenced to life in prison. A 9-member jury found Henry guilty by an 8-1 vote. He was also deemed to be, quote, an extremely dangerous man by the judge Michael Stewart Moore. While his accomplice Tse was not guilty on both counts of murder but was sentenced to 1 year in prison for preventing the lawful burial of bodies. But because Tse Chun-kei have already been detained for 2 years on remand, he was immediately released. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts, and thank you so much for watching. Please do support our channel by subscribing, give us a like and share our videos. If you're interested in more true crime content related to Asian cases, then please do click here to watch another video. Stay alert and stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.